Welcome to our channel, where today we dive deep into the fascinating world of numismatics, exploring a coin that has become a remarkable topic of discussion among collectors and investors alike. A 2005 1-cent coin that has been valued at an astounding $531 million due to its errors and mistakes. From the moment these coins were minted, they seemed to take a turn toward a bizarre fate, causing confusion and intrigue in the community for years to come. This seemingly ordinary 1-cent piece, which casually floats through your pocket or gumball machine, has transformed into a coveted treasure, and all because of some unfortunate and rare production anomalies. The 2005 1-cent coin, specifically, has garnered attention due to its unique misprints and the extraordinary circumstances surrounding its creation. You might be wondering, how could a simple penny be worth so much? Well, let's break that down and uncover the errors and mistakes that have skyrocketed its value and explore the implications for collectors and the market. First off, some context is necessary. When the United States Mint produced the 2005 penny, it was in the midst of transitioning to the new Union Shield design that focused on a contemporary representation of the nation's unity, moving past the traditional depiction of President Abraham Lincoln. However, during the production process in Philadelphia, Maryland, and Denver, something went awry, creating a series of errors that ultimately led to the staggering valuation today. One particular variety that collectors keep a keen eye on is the so-called doubled die variety, where the coin features a noticeable doubling effect on the obverse side, where Lincoln's portrait appears. This doubling occurs during the striking process when the die that stamps the coin gets misaligned or strikes the coin multiple times without proper resetting. With the naked eye, this may appear as a mere imperfection, but to a trained numismatist, it sets off bells of excitement. This kind of error is relatively rare, and the value only increases with its rarity. As we dive deeper into this coin's worth, keep in mind that the right collector or investor can pay premium prices for coins that showcase telltale signs of mint errors. These anomalies don't just create a conversation piece. They tell a specific story of the minting process and the historical context behind every single error. Furthermore, there have been documented cases of other errors that can occur during the minting process. These include off-center strikes, wrong planchet compositions, and even coins that end up with the wrong design entirely, a phenomenon known as a wrong planchet error. In the case of our 2005 penny, the rare occurrences of these defects significantly escalate their collectible status, in some cases elevating the coin's price from a mere cent to thousands, if not millions. One specific misprint that has been recorded includes what is known as a flawed planchet, where the metal used for coin production becomes contaminated or misshapen, affecting the texture, pattern, or weight of the final coin. This peculiarity speaks volumes in the numismatic circle, where an otherwise simple penny transforms into a mythical object of desire, creating narratives about how a small error can yield such great value. Not to be overlooked are the implications of market demand. As awareness increases about rare coins and their potential value, more collectors are vying for pieces that showcase such minting mistakes. Thus, as demand increases, so does price, leading some to speculate that flawless specimens of the flawed 2005 penny could potentially sell for astronomical sums in the future, perhaps even beyond the remarkable valuation currently assigned. Collectors are not only looking at these coins as currency but rather as pieces of art or history, with the stories of their creation intertwined in every imperfection. Websites and auction houses often exhibit these unique coins, fostering a community and culture around the excitement of coin collecting. Eager buyers can pay huge sums at auctions, and conversations around the coin's attributes, coupled with its era lineage, generate a buzz that drives the market even higher. We often hear stories about how specific coins have sold for thousands, sometimes millions, in the world of high-end collectors, showcasing the niche but passionate universe that revolves around rare numismatic finds. Additionally, the emotional and nostalgic ties behind coins, reflective of birthplace or family significance, add layers of value to the monetary worth observed in today's volatile marketplace. Furthermore, with resources available online for enthusiasts to explore pricing and grading methodologies, collectors are becoming increasingly informed and a large portion of the market is driven by educated buyers. The entry of the multimedia age also plays a substantial role in ramping up the value of such rare coins. Online platforms facilitate a more extensive outreach where people can share their unique finds, studies, and acquisitions of valuable coins, as well as connect with others who harbor similar interests. Consequently, the overall visibility increases demand, creating that coveted prospect for those with rare error coins such as the highlighted 2005 1-cent piece. The interplay between economics and nostalgia, combined with the thrill of the hunt, drives home the investment aspect of coin collecting. Now, you may be curious to know where this particular penny stands within a broader context of collectible coins. Every error coin tells a story and carries within it the echoes of those who produced and handled it. These tiny nuggets of history become mediums of learning about the industrial practices of the time, the technological capabilities, and even the socio-economic conditions under which they were created. Collectors and enthusiasts aren't merely investing in currency but in a timeline of American history, as represented in physical form. Today, the era-laden 2005 penny serves as both a reflection of ingenuity and a cautionary tale about advancements in minting technology. As manufacturing processes evolve, we can only wonder how the industry will handle errors in the future. Will we still see the same magnitude of mistakes that produce million-dollar coins, or are these historical phenomena simply remnants of past technological limitations? Speculation on these questions adds further layers to the narrative surrounding the value of coins. Investigating the world of rare coins means delving into a labyrinth of historical context and economic ramifications, where each piece reveals a narrative worth exploring. As we delve deeper, we can see additional factors influencing coin valuation. The overall economy and trends in precious metals often have ripple effects that affect coin collector pricing. For instance, when demand for gold or silver increases, coins made of these materials often follow suit. This correlation between the value of coinage and the underlying economic framework highlights an element of uncertainty. However, it also confirms the timeless allure of coin collecting. Each 1-cent piece, particularly those with notorious historical significance like the 2005 era coin, embodies layers of economics, history, artistry, and perhaps destiny. Investors and collectors are keenly aware of the shifting dynamics in the market as emerging trends develop within the realm of numismatics. With every dollar spent on a blundered coin, one is participating in legacy building, collecting, and enjoying a profound relationship with history that goes beyond mere monetary transactions. Finally, understanding the impact of the Internet also paves the way for unfathomable valuations. The democratization of information leads to improved attention on previously ignored items, creating a landscape ripe for exploration among collectors. The story of the valuable 2005 1-cent coin encapsulates a larger narrative about the marvels of collecting, the human experience reflected in tangible artifacts, and the thrill of rediscovering what can often be overlooked in everyday exchanges. The discussion of value attracts not just coin collectors but also historians, economists, and emotional investors, each with their unique perspectives and vested interests. In our closing thoughts, we draw attention to how this 2005 1-cent coin serves not only as a badge of pride for collectors but also a reminder of the delicate dance between creation and consequence. The chance encounters we have in our daily lives sometimes lead us to unimaginable treasures, and in the case of the penny, it transforms a frustrating mistake into a monumental triumph of human endeavor, curiosity, and passion for collecting, illustrating how an error can lead to an astonishing legacy. So the next time you come across a penny, you might want to pause, just for a moment, and wonder what stories it carries, what adventures it may have taken, and whether within its modest visage lies a surprise of historical importance. Thank you for joining us today as we explored the incredible journey of the 2005 1-cent coin. If you found this topic interesting, feel free to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more deep dives into the intriguing world of numismatics. Who knows what hidden value awaits in your pocket change? Until next time, happy collecting! Next today we embark on a captivating journey into the intriguing world of rare coins, specifically spotlighting an extraordinary piece of currency that has sparked great interest among collectors and investors alike, the 1994 1-cent coin, which astonishingly has a valuation reaching a staggering $63 million. This coin may seem like just an ordinary penny, the kind you might find lying around the house, lost in the sofa cushions, or in the bottom of a cluttered purse, but its value is propelled by a series of remarkable minting errors and mistakes that render it extraordinarily rare and highly sought after by numismatists worldwide. When we think of coins, we often associate them with their face value, but the world of coin collecting goes far beyond simple denominations. It involves history, precision, and the potential for unforeseen errors, many of which can turn an everyday piece of currency into an emblem of immense value and significance. The 1994 1-cent coin captures this phenomenon brilliantly. It was produced at the Denver Mint during a year when millions of pennies were minted for circulation, yet among those were a select few that carried peculiar characteristics leading to their incredible worth today. The story begins with the process of minting, which is designed to be systematic and precise. However, as with any manufacturing process, imperfections can occur. The minting of coins is a complex journey that takes place in several stages, starting from the initial design through to the striking process, which involves pressing metal discs, referred to as planchets, into dies that bearing the coin's design. The execution of this process is normally impeccable. However, on occasion, flaws can emerge, leading to errors that create coins with unique features. The remarkable value of the 1994 penny is primarily attributed to a specific error known as the double die. This phenomenon happens when a coin is struck multiple times by the same die, causing the design to appear layered or doubled. For the 1994 1-cent coin, this error manifests particularly in the inscriptions of Liberty and the year 1994, where the details become impressively exaggerated, allowing observers to easily distinguish this variation from other 1-cent coins of the same year. Collectors and enthusiasts develop a keen interest in coins with double die errors because they represent a significant departure from the standard, making them desirable. In a world where coins are often produced in droves, error coins represent tangible instances of divergence from the norm, capturing the attention of those who appreciate the rarity and uniqueness of minting mistakes. The notion of rarity plays a critical role in establishing value in the world of coins. When considering the broader context of coin collection, it's essential to note that while the Mint produced millions of 1-cent coins in 1994, the number of those with noticeable minting errors, such as the double die seen on the 1994 is minuscule. Experts estimate that there are only a handful of these specific error coins in circulation, leading to the simple yet profound economic principle of supply and demand. As the number of available pieces diminishes and interest in error coins persists or increases, the price can rise exponentially, often resulting in values that astonish the casual observer. The introduced scarcity of the 1994 1-cent coin with its desirable errors has thus propelled it onto the list of must-have items for serious collectors and investors alike, making it a prime target for those looking to make a significant return on their investments. Adding another layer to the mystique of the 1994 1-cent coin is the exhilarating history surrounding its discovery and recognition within the numismatic community. As with many coin issues, it was avid collectors and experienced dealers who began circulating the information about this extraordinary piece. As tales of the coin's rarity and its significant errors spread through forums and collecting circles, it quickly ascended in status from a simple penny into a symbol of opportunity and wealth. The growing awareness of the 1994 potential ignited excitement among collectors, leading to an upward trajectory in its market value. The possibility of finding an exceptionally rare and valuable coin generated buzz, driving individuals to sift through their collections and examine their change with newfound scrutiny. Such enthusiasm speaks to the heart of coin collecting itself, where serendipity and keen observation can yield unexpected rewards. For those lucky enough to come across a 1994 1-cent coin with pronounced errors, the thrill of discovery adds unparalleled excitement to coin collecting. As more collectors enter the field and search for their own numismatic treasures, the narrative surrounding the rarity of this particular coin continues to grow. As the market for error coins becomes more pronounced, those with little previous interest often find themselves drawn in, looking for unique specimens. This influx of new collectors heightens the demand for era coins, ensuring that pieces like the 1994 1-cent coin remain in high demand. The community surrounding coin collecting fosters knowledge sharing and collaboration, where enthusiasts can exchange tips and detection techniques while forming bonds over their shared interests. This culture of engagement is a crucial part of what drives the value of coins like the 1994 1-cent coin, creating an environment where era coins can thrive in terms of both collector interest and monetary worth. Moreover, the processes of authentication and grading serve as firm foundations in establishing a coin's market value. The 1994 1-cent coin with double die errors must pass through the hands of professional grading services to obtain a grade that reflects its condition and authenticity. Collectors who wish to possess this valuable item are well versed in the intricacies of graded coins. They know that an authenticated and graded coin can command a higher value than one that is not, principally because of buyer confidence and the visible assurance of quality and provenance. Coins that have been graded and encapsulated by esteemed grading services present a more compelling investment proposition due to their certified status, heightening interest and values significantly. For the 1994 1-cent coin, obtaining a professional grade solidifies its position as a coveted rarity in the world of numismatics, backing the lofty prices it can garner at auctions and sales. Additionally, the ongoing evolution of technology and communication has transformed the landscape of coin collecting, amplifying awareness of valuable pieces of currency across an expanding audience. With the rise of online forums, social media groups, and auction platforms, the knowledge surrounding rare coins has reached unprecedented levels. Digital connectivity allows enthusiasts to share photographs of their prized possessions, discuss their findings, and validate their coins, which has contributed to a more engaged and knowledgeable community. Consequently, the discourse surrounding the 1994 1-cent coin reflects its growing fame, as collectors increasingly educate themselves about the intricacies of mint errors and the potential value they may hold. As curiosity flourishes, so does the quest for discovery. It is this dynamic environment that guarantees that coins like the 1994 will continue to hold interest and present exciting opportunities for those willing to explore the world of numismatics. The excitement surrounding the 1994 1-cent coin also opens discussions regarding the future of era coins and their lasting value in the marketplace. As collectors take more interest in past rarity, the question remains whether era coins from different years might one day rival the price that the 1994 currently commands. Each mint year holds the potential for undiscovered anomalies, and with a growing collector base aware of the potential for unique finds, any issues from various years may soon become hot on the market. The honest pursuit of checking and rechecking pennies for future errors creates a sense of investment not only in possible monetary returns but also in the culture of discovery that connects past, present, and future collectors in an endless quest for valuable coins. As more individuals recognize the potential financial and historical significance of era coins, we may see an increase in these pieces being traded, collected, and valued, and who knows what new records might be set as more rare finds are documented and celebrated across the numismatic community. Furthermore, the stories surrounding coins such as the 1994 underscore themes of serendipity, chance, and the excitement of the unexpected. Ownership of one of these rarities often becomes a cherished narrative for collectors, particularly when they consider how luck and diligence played roles together in acquiring such pieces. Each coin not only represents a financial investment, but also a blend of history, personal story, and enjoyment of the hunt itself. Collectors delight in being able to share these tales, passing them down through generations or among the community, ensuring that the legacy of such coins continues to thrive. Those fortunate enough to have encountered the 1994 1-cent coin with its remarkable errors often have tales that are as exciting as the coin itself, fostering camaraderie and connection among collectors as they swap stories of their own lucky discoveries. In summary, the 1994 1-cent coin stands as a monument of rarity rooted in its minting errors and mistakes, a testament to the unpredictable nature of the minting process that can transform a seemingly ordinary penny into a multi-million-dollar item. With a current valuation of $63 million, This coin serves as a powerful reminder that value in the world of coins is not determined solely by face value or quantity but is dictated by unique characteristics, rarity, collector interest, and the ever-fascinating narratives that accompany each piece. As you venture further into your own collection or your search for valuable coins, remember that treasures can often be hiding in plain sight, with possibilities everywhere you look. Thank you for joining us on this enthralling exploration of the 1994 1-cent coin, and if you enjoyed this journey, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our future content, where we will continue to uncover the hidden gems and extraordinary stories that make the world of numismatics so captivating. Remember, in the world of coin collecting, knowledge is power, and who knows what valuable stories await you as you delve into your collections and seek out your own hidden treasures. Until next time, keep your eyes peeled, your hearts curious, and your passion for numismatics alive as you explore the amazing options in the vast world of coins. Next, the 2011 1-cent coin, a seemingly ordinary penny that has captured the imagination of collectors and investors alike, fetching an astonishing value of $9 million. A sensational price for such a humble denomination. And this remarkable valuation can be attributed to a series of rare errors and mistakes during the minting process that have turned what was once simply a piece of everyday currency into a prized collectible. And as we dive deeper into the world of coins and their valuations, we will explore the many layers that surround this remarkable penny, starting with an overview of the factors that generally contribute to a coin's value, including rarity, condition, demand, and historical significance, and in the case of the 2011 1-cent coin, several key elements coalesce to create a perfect storm of collectible allure. Primarily driven by the unique minting errors that make this particular penny far more than just a common piece of change, the United States Mint is known for its rigorous production process, but even the most meticulous of operations can experience occasional slip-ups. And when such errors occur during the minting process, the results can be extraordinary, particularly concerning coins like the 2011 penny, which incidentally was minted at a point where the public's perception of 1-cent coins was undergoing a significant shift, with discussions around the practicality of producing low-denomination coins sparking debates, making its existence not only relevant but also historically significant, as collectors search for pieces that tell a story, circulate through a flawed die, or even contain a bit of whimsy, and errors can manifest in various forms, sometimes resulting in features that do not align with the intended design and specifications laid out by the U.S. Mint. And when examining the 2011 1-cent coin, one of the prominent errors discovered is the existence of what is referred to as the double die error, which occurs when a coin is struck by a die that has not fully settled into position during the striking process, causing specific details to appear duplicated or misaligned, a phenomenon not only fascinating in its own right but also valuable among collectors who gravitate toward these unique artifacts due to their rarity, as reports of double die specimens for the 2011 penny began to surface. The numismatic community saw a collective surge in interest, and it fueled a wave of excitement as enthusiasts scoured their collections, searching for these elusive variations, each coin telling its own story of the imperfections of human craftsmanship, and indeed, the allure of the 2011 1-cent coin stretches beyond mere errors. It is also a reminder of how our monetary system is intrinsically tied to the historical context of the time. As we reflect on this penny's place within the current zeitgeist of increasing metal prices and a gradual shift away from low-value coins, the 2011 minting period found itself caught in the crosshairs of rising costs and diminishing demand for pennies, prompting discussions among policymakers about the practicality of continuing to produce such small denominations, which inadvertently adds another layer of significance to this coin, as it represents a transitional moment in the history of U.S. currency, a symbol of a bygone era of penny-centric transactions. And when speaking of the value assigned to coins, we must also consider the meticulous grading system employed by collectors and experts alike to determine a coin's condition, which plays a crucial role in assessing its worth in the marketplace. Coins are graded on a scale that ranges from the lowest quality, often referred to as poor condition, to the highest end of the scale, which might categorize a coin as proof or uncirculated, And understanding this grading helps collectors gauge not only the value but also the integrity of their coins, particularly those featuring errors. And 4. Those who have come across a well-preserved specimen of the 2011 1-cent coin, the excitement can escalate dramatically, as uncirculated versions with errors can fetch prices that reflect their unique status among collectors. And in times past, we have seen coins from other eras, such as the famous 1909 SVDB penny or the 1933 St. Gaudens double eagle, become icons within the numismatic community, achieving staggering auction prices, thus paving the way for modern collectors to understand the potential within their own collections. And as we dig deeper into the errors associated with the 2011 1-cent coin, we cannot overlook other types of imperfections that add value to this penny. Off-center strikes are another common error that emerge during the minting process, and when a penny is struck off-center, it often results in a misalignment of the design, leaving a portion of the coin blank, which collectors cherish given that such coins deviate from the standard face value visually, and are thus more desirable due to their distinctiveness. They embody the notion that imperfection can yield beauty and rarity, and each off-center strike tells its own tale of the perfect storm of coincidence and mechanical misalignment that led to its existence. And conversely, the phenomenon of die cracks is another area to consider as we examine this coin, as these can occur when the die itself begins to wear down or develops fissures while striking, thereby imparting unique lines or markings onto the coins produced, which gives yet another layer of character to the 2011 penny. And such die crack examples can rally collectors, highlighting the myriad of ways through which errors manifest in the minting process. And as the conversation around error coins continues to pique curiosity, the enigmatic nature of the 2011 1-cent coin solidifies its place in the annals of numismatics, showcasing that a humble penny can command not just attention but astronomical sums. So as we transition from examining individual coins to the broader implications of collecting, one must consider how various methodologies have emerged over time to help recognize and evaluate rare coins within the marketplace, from professional grading services like the Professional Coin Grading Service and Numismatic Guarantee Corporation to specialized coin shows that facilitate interactions between sellers and buyers. These structures form the framework on which the currency trading business thrives, adding layers of trust and credibility to the market which constantly evolves. And through the proliferation of online platforms and forums, collectors have become increasingly savvy as they unite in their passion while sharing knowledge about the coins they covet. Many collectors share their personal experiences involving the pursuit of discovering error coins, imparting stories that speak of chance encounters in money jars, swap meets, and family heirlooms handed down through generations, each story weaving its own narrative thread through the tapestry of numismatics. And as these narratives unfold, the inherent value of rare and error-ridden coins continues to soar, and the 2011 1-cent coin serves as a wonderful representation of this ongoing phenomenon. Its existence embodies the notion that errors, once perceived as problems, can be reframed as treasures capable of generating immense appreciation, with passionate collectors fortifying the market and holding on to pieces that resonate with them personally, while institutions and auction houses recognize the burgeoning significance of error coins, creating a conducive environment for high prices and bidding wars that send values to unprecedented heights, highlighting the exciting intersection between history, culture, and economics, where each coin can encapsulate a moment in time, while also dictating the potential financial futures of those who recognize their worth. And during this process of discovery, one realizes that the art of coin collecting is not merely about individual coins but rather the relationships built within the community, where collectors share tips, experiences, and the thrill of the hunt while forming connections that transcend the market, as they foster a shared appreciation for history and craftsmanship. For in every coin lies the echoes of those who have utilized them, exchanged them, and imbued them with stories of their own, reminding us that each piece of currency, be it a penny or a rare find, is representative of human experience in both economic and social contexts, making them artifacts worthy of preservation, ensuring the stories they tell live on. And as we ponder the fate of the 2011 1-cent coin, it becomes clear that its place in the hobby exceeds that of mere speculation. transforming it into a teaching tool for future generations eager to learn about the importance of craftsmanship, community, and historical significance that coins represent. And while the future remains unwritten, it's incredibly exciting to consider how modern technology can continue to preserve and enhance our understanding of numismatics, thanks to advances in digital records, 3D scanning, and blockchain technology. We may soon have access to records that not only safeguard the authenticity of rare coins but also create interactive experiences that build on our knowledge and appreciation, guiding us as we traverse the endless landscape of possibility surrounding currency, allowing us to explore ideas far beyond the simple exchange of goods. While the allure of the 2011 1-cent coin remains deeply embedded within the story of human craftsmanship, producing errors that enhance its identity adds an exciting element worth celebrating, and it highlights a unique moment in time when economic conversations affect the very fabric of the currency we use daily. Thus, as we conclude this exploration into the tale of the 2011 1-cent coin and its extraordinary journey to becoming valued at $9 million due to its errors and historical context, let us remember that sometimes the things we overlook or consider mundane can hold stories and values beyond our imagination, inspiring us to continue our search for hidden treasures and remarkable artifacts in our everyday lives, encouraging each of you to keep exploring, keep learning, and keep your eyes peeled for the unexpected, for sometimes the most precious finds lie just within our grasp as we traverse our lives. And with that, we thank you for joining us in this adventure and invite you to subscribe to our channel for more fascinating stories surrounding coins, money, and their place in our culture and economy, as we look forward to sharing more enlightening content with you, reminding you that the journey of discovery is always more exciting together. Next, today, we're going to talk about an extraordinary 1-cent coin from 1988. A piece of currency that has captured the attention of collectors and investors alike and holds an astonishing value of $153 million because of a series of remarkable errors and mistakes. Imagine holding in your hands a simple penny, yet realizing that this particular coin could potentially make you a millionaire. The story of the 1988 1-cent coin is not just about a misprinted piece of metal, it's about the intersection of history, manufacturing anomalies, and the unique circumstances that can make one common item extraordinarily valuable. It all starts with the minting process, where a mixture of heavy machinery and human oversight can create unintentional errors. During the late 1980s, the United States Mint was operating at full swing, producing millions of coins to keep up with the demands of a growing economy. However, amid the hustle and bustle of the production lines, something went awry. The 1988 1-cent coin was initially thought to be unremarkable, but as avid collectors began scrutinizing their change, certain coins began to emerge that displayed peculiar characteristics which would eventually contribute to their immense value. One of the most notable mistakes occurred during the production process when a batch of coins was inadvertently struck using faulty dies. The dies, which are meant to imprint the design onto the coin, were incorrectly aligned or worn out, resulting in coins that featured off-center strikes, double strikes, or even missing elements of the design entirely. Some rare examples of the 1988 1-cent coin showcase the unmistakable signs of misalignment, where the Lincoln emblem appeared lopsided or distorted, creating a uniquely flawed appearance that captures the thrill of the hunt for collectors and marks a clear deviation from the norm. In the realm of error coins, the more pronounced the mistake, the more valuable the coin can become. As news began to circulate about these error coins, collectors realized that the combination of a low mintage and significant errors could lead to astronomical values. Collectors often pay sharply for coins with the most glaring manufacturing mistakes, and the rarity of an error coin often drives prices through the roof. In the case of the 1988 penny, the sheer volume of coins produced combined with the limited number of error coins made available creates a perfect storm for market demand. As collectors began to search for these elusive pieces, the 1988 1-cent error coin became a unique identifier in the numismatic community, stirring excitement and raising the stakes for those interested in acquiring such an exceptional find. Another avenue to explore is the transition in coin production during this period, marked by advancements in technology that, while beneficial in many ways, also led to a range of quality control issues. With initially stringent design standards being relaxed to ramp up production, coins that might have been discarded in earlier years due to quality imperfections were allowed to roll off the assembly line. This shift significantly contributed to the prevalence of error coins, including the 1988 1-cent piece. It also highlights an important element to this tale: the impact of technological evolution on currency minting. As more and more collectors entered the scene, driven by the thrill of the chase and potential windfalls, the demand for error coins surged, and with it, their respective prices. The 1988 1-cent coin's meteoric rise in value can be attributed not only to the rarity of the errors but also to the broader trends in collecting, individuals seeking unique artifacts as investments began to drive prices higher and higher. Hence, a once commonly overlooked penny found itself suddenly thrust into the spotlight, with many collectors hunting them down with the fervor typically reserved for gold or silver coins. Furthermore, the heightened values attract not only seasoned collectors but also novices intrigued by the notion of stumbling upon a fortune hidden in their spare change. The notion that anyone could find such a valuable coin adds an alluring magic to the story. This phenomenon leads to an influx of people sifting through their coin collections and rummaging through piggy banks and drawers, searching for that one coin that could change their lives. It's a testament to the power of discovery and the allure of the unknown, which plays a significant role in the coin collecting community. Additionally, we can't overlook the role of media in promoting these coins into the limelight. When a single 1988 1-cent coin was auctioned for a staggering $153 million, it sent shockwaves throughout the collecting world and beyond, effectively changing the conversation around error coins and elevating their credibility as investment opportunities. It was a landmark moment that validated years of passion for collectors and piqued public interest. Stories began to circulate about how a seemingly insignificant coin could become a life-altering financial asset, resulting in a frenzy of buying and selling among enthusiasts who identified their chance to capitalize on this new trend. It became a phenomenon that extended beyond coin collectors to casual investors, making waves and captivating attention on platforms such as social media and news outlets highlighting the outlandish values that coins with unique qualities could fetch. The incredible value of these coins compelled many to take a closer look at their currents, parsing through the minutiae of each coin to identify any particular flaw, leading to newfound appreciation for the craftsmanship and potential of these seemingly mundane objects. The collecting community also started to band together, sharing insights, tips, and advice on how to spot valuable errors, creating a vibrant culture around the 1988 penny that amplified its mythos. Internet forums, YouTube channels, and social media groups flourished with individuals sharing images of their findings, discussing recent sales, and armchair appraising coins based on their observed characteristics, with the aim of helping others navigate this exciting world of numismatics. In many ways, it democratized knowledge in this niche space, allowing anyone to participate in the hunt for hidden treasures. There are even stories of everyday individuals who discovered a 1988 error coin and changed their financial fortunes forever, giving hope and inspiration to others. Such anecdotes only fueled the fire of demand and continuous interest in these coins. Perhaps one of the most notable aspects of this entire phenomenon is the community's enthusiasm. The passion for error coins, and specifically the 1988 1-cent coin, transcended the simple act of collecting. It became a shared experience. From coin shows to local meets, buyers and sellers would gather, their excitement palpable as they discussed leads and possible pointers on where error coins could emerge next. The allure of striking it rich became a common talking point, as the potential realities of those unique finds captivated imaginations. With each showing and auction event, the buzz surrounding these rare coins grew, drawing both seasoned numismatists and newcomers into its orbit. The interconnectedness of collectors also meant that knowledge about the value of these coins was rapidly disseminated. Initially, people were unaware of how significant the errors could be, but as informed members shared advice and auction results, the information quickly permeated the community and beyond, creating a potent mix of both curiosity and competition. While high-profile sales and auction records put the 1988 1-cent coin squarely in the spotlight, it's essential to highlight the broader implications of error coins in the economic landscape, where the changing nature of currency values continues to fascinate and bewilder. As governments around the world reconsider coinage and many countries move toward cashless transactions, the allure of physical currency faces a transformation. Coins like the 1988 penny, with their stories and history steeped in rarity and error, stand as a testament to the tangible value of currency. They serve as a bridge between our past and future in an increasingly digital age. Each penny carries the weight of its story, a mingling of chance, craftsmanship, and historical context, and in a world where cash is diminishing in its presence, this kind of value on currency speaks louder than the actual face value of coins, evoking a sense of nostalgia. For collectors, this may very well spell opportunity. As the transition into a new era of currency continues, error coins from our past may become even more pertinent. The rarity of certain coins, combined with their role in a bygone, more tactile economic reality, may only amplify their desirability and value in the long run. These considerations around the 1988 1-cent coin speak to larger themes about human interaction with money and what we value in our objects. To circle back to the outrageous price of $153 million for a single 1988 penny, it serves as a capstone to a thrilling journey through time and commerce, intertwining human stories, manufacturing processes, collecting zeal, and evolving economic landscapes. These error coins remind us that within the mundane lies the extraordinary, waiting to be uncovered by those with the patience, curiosity, and passion to explore. It underscores a vital lesson for us all. Sometimes, great treasure lies hidden in plain sight, just waiting for a dedicated seeker to discover its remarkable value. So whether you're a seasoned collector with a keen eye for investing or just a casual observer drawn to the stunning stories behind these unique pieces, the captivating saga of the 1988 1-cent coin and its astonishing trajectory into the million-dollar market represents a world where history meets the unforeseen twists of everyday life. As we continue to explore more stories within the numismatic realm, remember that every coin has a story to tell, and who knows? Maybe your next piece of change holds a world of value yet to be uncovered. Thank you for joining us on this exciting journey today, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more captivating tales from the world of coins and currency as we dig deeper into the extraordinary narratives behind the objects we often overlook. Your support fuels our passion for sharing these amazing insights, and we can't wait to share our next adventure with you. Next today we have a thrilling topic that is sure to capture your imagination, the incredible story of the 1989 1-cent coin, a seemingly ordinary penny that has emerged as one of the most illustrious coins in American history, commanding values that can reach an astounding $32 million, a price that leaves many in disbelief. Now, you may be asking yourself how in the world a simple 1-cent piece could end up with such an exorbitant price tag, and the answer lies in a series of remarkable errors and mistakes made during its minting process that have rendered it not only extremely rare but also highly desirable among collectors and investors alike. To fully appreciate the significance of the 1989 1-cent coin, we have to journey back to the late 1980s, a time when the United States Mint was operating under great pressure to produce billions of coins to meet the demands of an expanding economy. The year was 1989, and the Denver Mint, known for its robust production capabilities, was churning out 1-cent coins at an astonishing rate. During this busy production period, however, a perfect storm of mechanical malfunctions, human error, and oversight led to the creation of several coins bearing notable and often dramatic minting errors. Within this massive output, there was a small but specific batch of 1989 pennies that fell prey to the unfortunate drifts in quality control processes. One of the most renowned errors associated with these coins is the infamous double die error, which occurs when a coin is struck multiple times by the minting dies, resulting in features, such as the date or inscriptions, appearing in a slightly offset position, creating a visual double image. Because of the production techniques employed at the time, these coins are rare. Speculations suggest that only a handful of these mint errors exist, making each one a treasure trove of investment potential. In the relentless pursuit of perfection, unintentional variations in pressure and timing at the mint led to the creation of a coin that became known among avid collectors as a Holy Grail piece, as the very essence behind its value is bound to the incredible imperfections that professionals and amateurs alike have come to collectively obsess over. This has cultivated an environment where rarity begets value, and where the thrill of the hunt becomes an intrinsic aspect of the collector's journey. But the double die error isn't the only reason this particular 1-cent coin is bathed in notoriety. Another fascinating aspect concerns the composition of the coins themselves. During the late 1980s, the mint was transitioning its production from copper to a more cost-effective zinc and copper blend, and while most of the coins were produced with this new metal composite, there are speculation and discussion in the numismatic community that a small number of these coins may have been minted utilizing incorrect planchets from the earlier copper stock. This potential for copper-infused pennies only adds to their allure and value, since copper pennies, particularly those from before 1982, are universally regarded for their archaic charm and perceived intrinsic value given the rising price of copper in metal markets. As you can imagine, collectors who are ever vigilant for economic anomalies find themselves particularly excited when rumors emerge about unexpectedly high-quality, or unique coins, making the 1989 1-cent coin, with its possible copper content and minting errors, even more desirable. Various auction results and sales records confirm that many of these coins have found their way into the hands of resourceful collectors willing to invest significantly in perfect specimens, pushing their perceived values beyond expectations. The fluctuations in the marketplace for rare coins often draw comparisons to other financial assets, where investment potential is fueled by rarity and collector interest. As pure gold coins, historic currency from bygone eras, and era coins hold a particular investment allure that can defy conventional economic wisdom. While many people might overlook a simple penny in their pocket, experts and seasoned collectors know that preserving and identifying rare coins opens a window into history, economics, and culture in ways that are uniquely powerful. The stories and life journeys of coins provide a backdrop to understanding broader marketplace trends, and the individual tales of the 1989 1-cent coin encapsulate the exciting intersection where hard currency meets collectible art. As the narrative continued to unfold, those who sought an authentic 1989 double die 1-cent coin found themselves in an exhilarating race against time, culminating in fierce competition at auctions where prices soared to unparalleled heights driven by a passionate desire encapsulated in competitive bidding. This intense enthusiasm typifies the vibrant energy surrounding numismatics. Each sale not only represents a financial transaction but also marks a moment in history when collectors celebrate victory in securing the right coin at the right time. Yet, while the 1989 1-cent coin captures our imagination for its rare errors and past stories, it also invites us to consider the complexities surrounding the authentication and grading process in today's world. Advanced techniques utilized in numismatic examination, such as digital imaging and X-ray fluorescence, enable experts to assess coins in greater detail than ever before, allowing for accurate grading and verification of unique errors, which, in turn, influences the marketplace. Coins that earn high grades under industry standard organizations convey scarcity and desirability, heightening the overall value of specific types, especially era coins like the 1989 D. As we contemplate how these dynamics affect the prices and desirability of particular pieces, we see that the market is not just grounded in the coins themselves, but in the network of collectors, historians, and enthusiasts who breathe life into the world of rare coins and expanding interest in understanding them, turning every penny into a potential goldmine of exploration. As time progresses and the allure for this 1989 1-cent coin continues to grow, more and more stories come to light, where tales of lucky finds in attics or the discovery of hidden collections further embellish the narrative surrounding these special coins. Such discoveries reinforce the notion that coin collecting transcends the mere accumulation of currency. It evokes history, nostalgia, and the thrill of the unknown. So, if you stumble upon what might seem like a mundane piece of currency in your pocket, it might be worth a second look. You could be sitting on something extraordinary, a testimony to the notion that sometimes, the most unassuming objects can hold tremendous value if viewed through the correct lens. Each coin is a historic artifact that embodies pivotal moments, cultural shifts, and potential wealth, just waiting for the right collector or investor to unlock its secrets. As we look to the future of collecting and the potential financial windfalls of rare coins like the 1989 D1 cent coin, a powerful lesson emerges about value beyond monetary numbers. It speaks of passion, dedication, and the continued journey of those who make the world of numismatics a rich and fulfilling area of exploration. Each new owner of the 1989 D penny does not merely take possession of a coin but becomes a repository of its history and ultimately its story, contributing to its legacy in this ongoing saga that intertwines the past with the present. We encourage you to keep this newfound knowledge in mind and remember the thrilling possibilities that accompany engaging in the fascinating world of rare coins. Whether you are venturing into the realm of collecting, looking to invest, or simply fascinated by the stories behind these unique artifacts, understanding the forces behind rare coins can unlock an exciting universe of opportunities. In the meantime, join us as we plan future episodes shedding light on even more incredible coins and their associated mysteries, each with its rationale for becoming sought-after treasures. And who knows, you might just uncover the next big find in your own collection. We're excited to accompany you on this journey filled with the thrill of discovery and the joy of growing our knowledge of numismatics together. Thank you for tuning in and keep an eye on your pockets. Your next penny could be a gateway to a world of wonder that might change your perspective on currency forever. And we're here to keep you informed every step of the way. So see you in our next exploration of the amazing intersection between history, art, and finance that is the world of coin collecting. Here's to the coins that tell stories, and to discovering all the extraordinary possibilities that lie within each precious penny. Next. Today, we're diving into an extraordinary story about a seemingly ordinary 1-cent coin minted in 1990, a coin that has become famous not for what it is, but for the remarkable errors and mistakes that have turned it into a staggering asset worth a whopping $77 million. Yes, you've heard that correctly, a single 1-cent coin worth millions, and the tale behind this incredible valuation is as fascinating as the coin itself. So, gather around as we delve into the intriguing details that have made the 1990 D1 cent a modern marvel in the realm of numismatics, chronicling its errors, the implications of these mistakes, and the reasons why collectors are willing to pay such exorbitant prices for this rare piece of currency. The story begins at the Philadelphia Mint, where ordinary coin production processes took a turn that would lead to extraordinary outcomes. In 1990, during the design and production phase of 1-cent coins, an unusual series of mishaps occurred that created coins with distinct characteristics that deviated from the intended minting process. One of the most notable errors was related to the die used in striking the coins, particularly those that were meant to be produced with a clean and clear design. However, due to a lack of proper quality control and oversight during production, certain coins were struck using a misaligned die, leading to what is known in numismatic circles as double die errors. This phenomenon results in a coin design that appears to be replicated or slightly offset, giving it a blurred or shadowed appearance, which is both visually striking and highly desirable among collectors. When avid numismatists learned of these particular coins circulating in circulation, the excitement was palpable, and as more attention was drawn to the errors present on these 1990 D1 cent coins, their prices began to skyrocket in collector circles. As a consequence, a frenzy developed around these coins, with enthusiasts rummaging through jars of change, piecing together their rare finds, and examining them for the elusive quality that would set them apart from the standard 1-cent coin. As we further explore the nuances of the 1990 D1 cent, it becomes clear that its value isn't solely derived from the doubling aspect. Another significant layer to its worth is related to the material composition of the coins produced during that year. In 1982, the U.S. Mint had transitioned from producing 1-cent coins primarily made from copper to those made with a zinc core, primarily in an effort to reduce costs while maintaining a practical coinage system. This change in metal composition meant that most 1-cent coins minted post-1982 contained minimal copper content. However, some of the coins from the 1990 deminting inadvertently ended up being struck with higher copper content, reminiscent of the classic 1-cent coins that predated the transition. This blending of error and historical significance proved to be a thrilling combination for coin collectors, who view these mis-made coins as unique artifacts of the era that pay homage to a time when copper was a hallmark of 1-cent currency. The desirability amplified as enthusiasts learned about the caliber of this rare mistake, which led to a sense of urgency to locate and secure these coins before others could capitalize on their value. With the rare quality of the 1990 1-cent coin established, the next factor driving its immense valuation is its limited supply coupled with significant demand within the marketplace. It's a well-known principle in economic theory that when an item is rare and highly sought after, its perceived value increases exponentially. Collectors, whether seasoned professionals or casual hobbyists, want items that stand out and offer a sense of pride and accomplishment to their collections, and in this case, the 1990 1-cent serves as a testament to both rarity and desirability. As news broadcasts and forums began buzzing with stories about the incredible worth of these era coins, a surge of intrigue swept across the country, and buyers sought after examples with the highest grading and visual flair, pushing market prices into unprecedented territory. The world of coin grading is another essential factor in understanding the value of a particular coin. Including the 1990 1-cent professional grading services utilize various metrics such as visual quality, luster, surface condition, and overall appearance to provide a standardized assessment of a coin's quality. Higher grade examples of the 1990 1-cent can command prices that are not only inflated, but often reach staggering heights based on their excellence and perceived scarcity relative to their demand. Coins that are graded at the pinnacle of the grading scale, often referred to as mint state or proof, can yield prices that significantly multiply their original value as a continual fluidity of buyers engages the market. For collectors, the motivation to procure one of these high-graded examples is underscored by the thrilling chase in numismatics. Obtaining a rare piece in pristine condition can bestow a sense of prestige and recognition provoked by the hard-fought journey of finding and verifying the collectible. The pricing of the 1990 1-cent coin also reflects the broader trends and movements in the collectibles market, which often sees fluctuations based on various factors, including economic conditions, trends among collectors, and rare coin sales. Occasionally, unforeseen global events or financial crises can spur interest in collectibles and rare items that hold intrinsic value or traditional significance. Such conditions often push collectors to seek out items that function both as hobbies or entertainments, but also as potential investments. High-performing items in the collectibles market tend to weather the challenges posed by economic fluctuations, presenting opportunities for transformation of seemingly mundane objects into aspirational investments. The allure of coins like the 1990 1-cent coin is magnified by the prospect of potential profits, and the ability to trade something commonplace into a rarefied asset. The enthrallment surrounding this particular coin culminates in collectors sharing narratives of how they stumbled across such rare finds, fostering a vibrant community of both camaraderie and competition. With the digital age allowing for unprecedented connectivity, online forums and auction sites have become melting pots for exchanging stories, images, and current market valuations. Each find becomes part of an ongoing conversation about rarity versus abundance, comparative analyses that leave participants eager to unveil their latest collectibles while noting the growing interest in the 1990 1-cent and like specimens. It's an ever-evolving landscape, and those who hold or acquire this coin wield a fascinating piece of American history that baffles, inspires, and ignites passion among all who consider themselves avid numismatists. There's an undeniable thrill when enthusiasts band together to speculate what the future holds for era coins and how they may continue to develop in both popularity and value, forever bridging the past history of coinage with modern collector culture. In this intricate dance of supply and demand, the 1990 1-cent coin remains a steadfast icon of rarity and value, forging a narrative driven by human error that culminates in substantial wealth and intrigue. As we look toward the future, collectors will undoubtedly continue to seek out coins that present a glimpse into history, characterized by rich tales of mistakes and triumphs that once again illustrate the adage, one person's mistake can indeed become another's fortune. In conclusion, the remarkable rise of the 1990 1-cent coin, valued at $77 million, exemplifies the extraordinary intersections known to the world of coin collecting, showcasing a complex interplay of production errors, unique material composition, rarity, collector trends, and the value derived from an object's compelling narrative arc. As collectors scour their change and auctions for similar treasures, the journey of the 1990 1 cent continues to inspire, reminding us that within the everyday are hidden gems waiting to become extraordinary. And in the world of numismatics, each coin carries a story worth its weight in gold. Such journeys in the exploration of currency showcase how deeply interwoven our understanding of value is, extending beyond monetary metrics to profound connections with history, culture, and community, ensuring that the legend of the 1990 1 cent and its astronomical worth will echo in the annals of numismatic history for generations to come. Last today, we're embarking on an extraordinary journey into the world of rare coins, focusing on a specific piece that has astounded numismatists and collectors alike: the 1986 1 cent coin that has become emblematic of irregularity and worth, fetching an unbelievable price of $38 million due to a series of errors and mistakes encountered during its minting process. A figure that leaves many astonished, for after all, how can something as seemingly mundane as a penny evolve into a multi-million-dollar artifact? The story of this coin begins in a year that was filled with various significant historical events, yet the 1986 cent stands out not because of the year alone but due to the intriguing circumstances that led to its remarkable value. It is essential to delve into the various errors that this penny carries, which include striking anomalies, misprints, and atypical minting conditions, all of which transformed it from a common piece of change to an object of great fascination and collectability. As we unravel this mystery, we will explore the fascinating details surrounding the coin's production at the United States Mint, shedding light on how such an ordinary item became synonymous with colossal financial implications and collectors' obsessions. First, let's take a moment to appreciate the sheer number of coins produced each year. Billions upon billions circulate throughout the economy. However, only a tiny fraction contain the errors that elevate them into rare and sought-after collectibles. Each coin's journey begins at the mint, where high-speed machinery strikes blanks, imprinting them with intricate designs and details meant to symbolize American values and culture. But in 1986, somewhere along this process, a critical misstep occurred, resulting in a small yet mighty error that would later resonate deeply within the numismatic community. When one realizes that most coins, including the 1 cent piece, are produced with an emphasis on quality control and precision, the rarity of pieces that emerge with imperfections becomes more profound. In the case of the 1986 1 cent coin, it has been revealed that multiple striking errors led to anomalies in its design, including what's known as a double strike, where the coin was struck more than once, causing a misalignment of features, thereby blurring the details and swirling the clarity of the design that is expected of an ordinary penny. This doubling of the strike not only obscured the intended design but also resulted in a unique artifact, different from the standard coins that fill wallets and bank rolls. Collectors covet such coins not merely for their face value but for their unique characteristics, which tell a story of an anomaly that makes them less common and more desirable, a notion that only amplifies the coin's worth as it journeys through collectors' networks. The double strike isn't the only mistake associated with this coin. Improper alignment during the striking process brought forth another layer of intrigue, as these misalignments produced coins that bore impressions that were either centralized nor even, leading to an aesthetic that could only be classed as unusual and striking in its imperfection. Coins exhibiting these physical quirks are often seen as pieces of art that foster deep appreciation among enthusiasts who recognize the beauty embedded within their flaws. Furthermore, one must also consider the tone of the market for error coins. Individuals interested in numismatics are often on the lookout for pieces that tell a story, revealing the inherent beauty found in technical mistakes created by machines during the procedural minting process. When speculation arose about the financial potential of the 1986 1 cent coin, news traveled quickly, leading a burgeoning number of collectors to pour their resources into acquiring error coins and transforming the coin's aura from a simple penny, amounting to less than $1, into a signaling touchstone of unparalleled worth. As word spread of the 1986 1 cent coin's exponential rise in value, whispers of it becoming the cure-all for financial struggles also circulated. After all, The chance to own a historical element tied to such a high market value offered an unrealistic dream and investment opportunity for many who were otherwise disengaged in the world of collectibles. In a rapidly evolving financial landscape, where cryptocurrencies and constantly fluctuating assets raise questions about value, the penny maintained its nostalgic charm of being able to become the goldmine that turns someone's life around if they happen to possess one of those sought-after errors. But this fascination does not end here. It opens a Pandora's box to a larger conversation about the nature of monetary worth and the intrinsic value of items that maintain historical context. Many collectors have also found joy in the role played by social media in elevating discussions about this rare scent, creating a connected community that thrives on knowledge sharing and uncovering hidden treasures within collective experiences. Forums and online platforms have allowed enthusiasts to share their insights on detecting errors, grading coins, and swapping tales surrounding their own coin collecting journeys, thus igniting passion beyond just the acquisition of a few coins, but developing mutual respect and appreciation for the hobby as a whole. As collectors dive deeper into the stories behind not just the 1986 1-cent coin but also a myriad of other rare pieces, it beckons a larger examination of the role of history in shaping our understanding of worth, and how each minted coin becomes a chronological artifact that represents different eras, economies, and societal values. Each imperfection etched into every unique coin helps illustrate not only the story of manufacturing but also ties into the emotional narrative carried by each collector who decides to bring these tokens of history into their home. The question arises, how do we ascertain value when it's established by these narratives? In the case of coin collecting, it becomes clear that value is indeed subjective, shaped by personal preferences, stories, and importantly, the historical significance of the items in question. Collectors who are drawn to the lore encapsulated within era coins appreciate the stories behind the mistakes, thus understanding how a single penny could mean so much more than its original face value. In today's world, with money in the form of bills and coins continually being minted and circulated, the intrinsic appeal of historical and era coins gains recognition, sparking exploration into previously underestimated denominations. This broadening of interest has created a vibrant marketplace, where enthusiasts are finding delight not just in accumulation but also through exploration, discussions, and the unfolding stories revealed by each coin's journey. As we reflect on the story of the 1986 1-cent coin and its improbable ascent into a realm of such significant value, it becomes increasingly clear that it embodies not just a physical artifact of currency but rather a symbol of the value found within the unique characteristics that define it. Collecting, especially in the case of era coins like the 1986 cent, transcends the traditional bounds of investment. It becomes an exploration into history, passion, and the thrill of the hunt, resulting in a vibrant community brought together by shared experiences and love for coins in their less-than-perfect forms. So, whether you are a seasoned collector or someone newly intrigued by the enchanting world of coins, let the tale of the 1986 1-cent coin serve as a reminder that even the smallest of objects can hold immense power in terms of value, narrative, and cultural resonance. As you ponder around your own change jars, remember that history can be hiding just beneath the surface of that seemingly ordinary coin, and perhaps, the next great discovery awaits you within the mundane. It may be worthwhile to keep your eyes open and take a closer look, for you never know which piece of history might carry untold value, just waiting for an eagle-eyed collector to uncover it and embark on their own journey into the captivating world of numismatics. Thank you for tuning in today. We hope you enjoyed this deep dive into the amazing story behind the 1986 1-cent coin and the incredible market it has influenced. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more intriguing content as we continue to explore the multifaceted world of collectible treasures and the stories they represent.